Projection happens when a person projects an unacceptable thought or behavior or feeling or an uncomfortable conflict onto someone else.
This is Ramani Durvasula, a doctor, psychologist, and lecturer, and a specialist on narcissism. And she's written several books, which I own both of these, Should I Stay, Should I Go?, which I would recommend to anyone who wants to get a thorough understanding of narcissism. And she wrote this one before that one, Do You Know Who I Am?, about how to deal with, well, seemingly a country or the prevalence of narcissism as a social norm. We are going to listen to her explain what projection is.
Projection is the most classical defense of the narcissist. Projection happens when a person projects an unacceptable thought or behavior or feeling or an uncomfortable conflict onto someone else. It's a bit like psychologically, again, throwing up, something I've talked about before, but it's like psychologically getting sick. Any one of you who's ever really, really gotten sick knows that there's nothing you could have done to hold it back. It just, it comes out of you and it happens quickly. And sadly, that's exactly how projection works. The ridiculous, awful, false, and confusing words and accusations come out. And you look at these things that are coming at you confused. Like, you're saying, what? Huh? Projection happens with every single narcissist out there. It's one of the things that's a universal. And it's a built-in part of the narcissistic pattern.
So to use psychology today to sum up projection. Projection is a process of displacing one's feelings onto a different person, animal, or object. The term is most commonly used to describe defensive projection, attributing one's own unacceptable urges to another. For example, if someone continuously bullies or ridicules a peer about his insecurities, the bully might be projecting his own struggle with self-esteem onto the other person. You have things about you you don't like or you find unacceptable, you take those feelings, those attitudes, and you project them onto other people. Projection.
Hey, what's up, y'all? So I really thought this BS with the passport bros was just gonna go away, just die down, but I was wrong. Every time I get on social media, it's one of them goofy ass passport bros getting caught up in a situation. Exhibit A.
And guys, they took everything.
Now look at his ass. He up here crying and talking about she took everything. What did you expect to happen? I guess you thought you was going to go over there and have you a great time. They was just going to lay down with you. You was going to get it and get gone, huh? No. Let me tell you all something. And see, for people that really don't understand, that travel and go out of town, most of the locals, and especially the way that you present yourself, a lot of these passport bros going out of the country, pretending to be something that they not. Those people, that's...
Okay, so that is projection number one. People go overseas trying to be someone who they aren't. Now, I know that most of the people I know that are traveling overseas are not trying to floss and do all that stuff. But to associate that with passport bros, that is textbook projection.
That live where you all are traveling, they already know the game is all a finesse.
More projection.
Those women really don't like you for real. Oh, yo te quiero, papi, and all that old they telling you, that is game. Any woman that's worth having, whether she's in America or out of the country or somewhere else, 9 times out of 10, she got a man somewhere where she is.
Projection.
She may consider herself to be single because she's keeping her options open, but there's somebody around. And trust and believe that man is putting her up to doing a lot of the that she doing.
Now, you heard that whole diatribe there. All of that's projection. If I were that person, I would be doing that. Or that's what I do. Or that's what the people I know do. That's all projection. We do it, therefore the people over there, they must do it too.
See, a lot of the women in these foreign countries will steal from you, will rob you, and possibly you quicker than a lot of the men do. They more treacherous than the men. You understand? But
do you understand what projection is yet? Do you see it? You see it? It's clear. It's so clear. They will do that, really? Really?
Going out of the country, you about to come find some woman that's going to be submissive to your will. You ain't even got it to get it like that. Trust and believe, if she worth having, if she's any type of female that's worth having, she got somebody. Okay? And 9 times out of 10, she'll rob and steal from you to go give it to him. Speaking of not having it to get it like that, Exhibit B.
What's up, y'all? I'm here still in DR. I missed my flight last night. Basically, I need a cash app, guys. I need a cash app.
All right,
Now
before she gets started, how many incidences are there of guys getting those might be the only 2, right? She's going to go in on these 2 rare exceptions, and we're going to get textbook projection.
Get his goof ass. So I'm from Chicago. That's what we say. We call people like that goof ass people. Look at this goof ass. Now he's begging folks on social media for $100. You don't even have enough money to pay for food, but you got your ass traveling out of the country. You probably couldn't even afford to go. I mean, prime example, you begging for $100. You definitely didn't have enough money on you. That means you stay your ass home. See, it's unfortunate that these so-called passport bros will put women down, American women, black women, and being specific, talking about black women. You all can't even pay your bills. Your debt to income is high as but you
There it is, right there. That's projection. Your debt to income is high. She is basically saying that that's what she's dealing with. That's what she's familiar with. And she's assuming that that's everyone. So she's taking whatever that is that she's dealing with, and she's saying, well, they must be dealing with it too.
Want to go out of town and make it seem like you got it like that, but then you embarrass yourself by having to ask complete strangers for money. I had to travel for my business. I went to Vegas for the magic show, and then I went over to LA. My flight got canceled from LA. I had to pay $500 for a one-way ticket. But guess what? I had it. You never travel. You never go out of town, and definitely not out of the country without having a reserve, without having...
You traveled for business, which means that money was refunded to you. That was a comp, right?
the money put up for incidentals, because you never know what could happen. You know, I wasn't anticipating my flight getting canceled, but guess what? I wasn't going to be stuck at LAX. I got my ass on the flight and came back to Chicago. This man begging for $100. Somebody, he hungry. But these are the men that you all choose to repost their videos like they live in life. These men can't even take care of their financial responsibilities at the crib and out of town. He got to call Senorita to ask her for some money so he can get something to eat. I hope she didn't answer his call.
All right, class, one more time. Projection is the process of displacing one's feelings onto a different person, attributing one's own unacceptable urges to another.
Projection happens when a person projects an unacceptable thought or behavior or feeling or an uncomfortable conflict onto someone else. It's a bit like psychologically, again, throwing up, something I've talked about before, but it's like psychologically getting sick.
And there you have it, projection. When you see the videos, that's what you're looking at, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and we'll chop it up in the comments. Thanks for watching. Take care, guys.